So I was thinking we could like redecorate the farm a little bit because it doesn't quite do it for me.
Yep.
Because when I lived at home with my dad Bjorn, I always thought that we could have a nice aesthetic. Why can't we live somewhere warm? And now that I live somewhere warm,
Hey, stop for a second. Did you hear that? What on earth was that? Siren Head has invaded Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and now it is up to our heroes Larry and friends to find Siren Head, discover his plan, and figure out what he's doing in this realm. This is a massive problem. But you know what's not a problem? The 14% of you that have subscribed to the channel. As for the other 85% of you, what are you doing? Why haven't you joined the 14%? Join the 14%! Subscribe to Crow and become a beautiful member of this group. Can we get that to 15%? Can I upgrade you to the 15%? We'll find out. Larry, Benny, the Night Crow, and Helga are here visiting the Shaman of Kroism. They want to know if they've seen Siren Head and if they have any idea of what this monstrosity is doing here in Tabs. The Shaman, however, refuses to respond. For some reason, he seems eerily quiet, almost as if he's being possessed. Yo, Shaman! Have you seen this large, gangly thing walk around here? Make some weird noises? Shaman? Are you doing okay? Yo, could you do me a favor and say anything? Yeah, something's wrong here. Without warning, his troops advance on the Knights of Crow as the Knights of Crow launch catapult blasts into the tribal ranks. This is not what we want to see here in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. This is not what we want in this beautiful world. We want peace and justice and quiet. But for some reason, the tribals are attacking as the catapult makes a humongous dent in the tribals' front line. And luckily, our heroes were victorious. After the battle was complete, the Shaman of Kroism came to and shook his head. He was confused. He said he felt like something was inside of his body, possessing him, and now he's back to normal. Larry and Helga are terrified by this news. Could Siren Head be possessing different Tabs units? The Shaman of Kroism has no idea what to do and suggests they go and find Bjorn and ask him if he has any suggestions. So our adventurers went to the frozen lands in the north to find Helga's father Bjorn and ask him if he knew anything about Siren Head, if he had seen him, and if he knew what was happening with these weird possessions. But Bjorn wasn't answering his daughter. Bjorn had gone eerily silent, like something was controlling him, like something was messing with his mind, like something was stopping him from speaking. Benny, Helga, and Larry were starting to see a disturbing trend.
Hey, Dad, I was in the neighborhood, and I'm just here with, my friends and my boyfriend, and we're trying to prove that you're not like some weird alien thing with sirens for a face. And if you just say anything, that'd be, great and stuff, and then we can just leave and go home and go back to decorating my house because, I don't want my house to look like it's frozen.
Yep, we've got another problem. Suddenly, without warning, the forces of Bjorn began to attack and began to push forward at the command of their leader. The Knights of Crow charge, and look at that beautiful charge. There's so many units on the battlefield. A massive battle is waging as the boats begin to crash down and destroy the front line of the Knights. But the Knights are holding strong. I love these guys so much. I love the oarsmen on top of the boats. My favorite part of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And it seems like our back line is taking a massive hit, but luckily we have these amazing knights, these durable shield-wielding knights. And if they can get into the back line and not take too much friendly fire as the catapults send units flying, we should be able to find some victory here. The knights are surrounding Bjorn, trying to get in. 1, 2, 3, 4 Knights of Crow in on Bjorn, fighting them mano a mano. Actually, 1 on 4 for Bjorn. Bjorn is being bear hugged, tackled, knocked aside, but his battle axe just sent that knight flying through the sky. Catapults are firing, landing amongst the people. Bjorn is still alive. A couple of these ice archers are shield bash from the Knight of Crow. Are you kidding me? Bjorn seems to be one of the last units, if not the last unit. One oarsman smashed by catapults. Bjorn attacked by knights, still alive. Swarmed by 4 knights. He's fighting them off one by one. But in the end, Bjorn was knocked unconscious by the Knights of Kro. Bjorn was back to normal. Speaking once again, he talked about feeling this presence inside of his mind, taking his consciousness, casting it to the side, and controlling his body. Restored back to normal, and with his daughter at his side, Bjorn decides to join Larry in his quest to find Siren Head. Larry and company took a trip out to the Caribbean to find one of their best friends and trusted ally in Kira, the Pirate Queen. But Kira was not normal. Something was wrong, and for some reason, she wasn't talking and listening to reason. Even Captain Kyle, her trusted companion, could not get through to her. However, his loyalties stayed with this Pirate Queen. All in favor of assuming that Kira has been possessed by Siren Head, say aye. This is why I stand at the back. Suddenly, Kira gave a mighty cry, and the battle commenced as the berserkers jumped into the backline. Bomb throwers throwing bombs, knights charging forward, and Kira the Pirate Queen is all of a sudden surrounded on either side, in all sides, by the knights, the berserkers, and the armies of Larry. Kira the Pirate Queen is still fighting beautifully, majestically, about to do her bomb drop flip attack. There's the bomb drop into the sky. She goes spinning like a top as a Valkyrie tries to tackle her out of the sky. That didn't go so good. The Knights of Kro have charged in. The Valkyries are here. Kira is fighting on all sides. Look at her fending off every single attack. Here we go with the bombs again. Another leap into the sky, and the bombs will explode all the knights on the ground. Kira is amazing, and you wonder why they wanted her on their side. Now comes Bjorn in to fight Kira herself to knock Kira unconscious. So hopefully knock some sense into him, like some sense was knocked into him. Kira was finally back to her normal self, and she too spoke about having her consciousness ripped out of her body and her body taking her control. With vengeance in her heart, she swore to join Larry's party to discover the whereabouts of Siren Head. Kira had the amazing idea of going to Mr. Death himself's domain to ask him, General John, and especially the Soul Keeper, if they knew what Siren Head was all about. The Soul Keeper looked nervous. He was shuffling back and forth on his feet, and he was sweating profusely. General John looked grim, his lips sealed and his eyes tight. He wouldn't say anything. And Mr. Death himself was strangely silent. The talkative, provocative Mr. Death, for some strange reason, wasn't saying a thing. Again, the forces attacked out of nowhere, berserkers leaping in as the forces of Kira and Larry continue to attack. Vampires moving in, nomming on all the berserkers. Fire artists are firing. Mr. Death himself has come to join the fray. There is so much death, pun intended. Mr. Death himself with a massive swing, skewering all these pirates, dealing a bunch of damage. Kira the Pirate Queen, Captain Kyle are in. The Night Crow is in. Kira the Pirate Queen, Captain Kyle 1-on-1, 2-on-1 against Mr. Death. Captain Kyle is done. Bjorn is here. Kira the Pirate Queen trying to kill Mr. Death himself. Kira the Pirate Queen's done. Bjorn is coming in, is smacked off the map. Now there's little old Larry against poor Mr. Death himself. Captain Kyle is the only one left alive. He's coming in to fight Mr. Death himself. Hopefully one shotgun blast is not enough to kill Mr. Death. Mr. Death was shocked. He had killed his friends, and suddenly, through sheer force of will, he overpowered Siren Head in his mind and came back to normal. Mr. Death himself resurrected his friends, bringing them back to life here in the dead domain, and swore to join them to rid the world of Siren Head once and for all, to free everybody from his evil influence. Our companion search brought them here to the brand new location in the world of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. It seems awfully convenient that Siren Head would appear as soon as his faction would show up in the world. Our friends were convinced that this was the source of Siren Head. Without hesitation, the army jumps in, trying to rid the world of the Western faction, the Wild West faction, rid the world of Siren Head's evil army of enemies. Quick draws, dead eyes, firing in the back. Cactus Head's trying to tank, but it is no use. The Red Army is too strong, though. For some reason, there is this unit way back here. I don't know how we got there. And the Blue unit was destroyed. The Wild West faction was put to rest. Larry and his friends had done it. They had defeated the enemy and rid the world of Siren Head. comfortable in this knowledge, all the friends decided to go to the saloon, to go to the bar to have a drink in celebration. Everyone felt good about themselves. Everyone was happy that they defeated Siren Head. And they all lived happily ever after. Hope you guys enjoyed my little story about Siren Head. If you did, let me know in the comments down below and tell me if you want to hear more stories involving the lovely monster Siren Head.